Hello and welcome to my channel Chess King. In today's video we are going to understand basics of chess part 2, which is capturing the pieces on the chessboard. As in last video we understand the movements of the pieces. If you haven't watched that video first, then please watch it. The link is in the description of the video. So let's begin without any further ado. Let's begin with rook. Now how does rook capture the pieces? Now we know that rook moves vertically and horizontally on the chessboard with infinite squares. So if there is an opponent's piece in the way of rook as shown in the figure, rook will simply capture the piece and will snatch the captured piece position. Here I gave you the example of pawn captured by rook, but it can be any piece instead of pawn that rook can capture here. Now king is the only piece in the game which can't be captured. King can only be checked or checkmated in whole game. Now you would imagine what happened to the piece once captured. Well, once the piece is captured in the game, the opponent can't use the piece again and the piece will be removed from the game unless the opponent revived it by pawn promotion. We will look into it in our next video. For now, let's move on. Knight. Now, how does knight capture the pieces? Now, we all know that knight travels in L shape, which means if any piece is in the square where knight ends up, like shown in this image, knight will simply capture it and will take its position. Simple, right? Now the next comes bishop. Now how does bishop capture the pieces? Well, we all learned that bishop moves diagonally with infinite squares just like rook. So if any piece is diagonal to your bishop, you can simply capture it and can take its place as shown here. Now, it isn't necessary that as I showed here will be the same situation you face. It can be like a piece can be close to your bishop diagonally and also very far. We would move on to our queen. Now how does queen capture the pieces? As we all know that queen moves in all directions with infinite squares. So similar to rook and bishop, any piece that is in the sight of queen can be captured and queen can again take the position of the captured piece. King. Now how does king capture the pieces? King only walks one square, so it can also capture a piece which is placed next to it and takes the position like other pieces. King can also capture a piece which gives it check, but if the piece is placed next to it, but can't capture piece which gives it checkmate. To pawn. Now how does pawn capture the pieces? Now we all studied in last video that pawn walks straight. So you would think that like other pieces, as it travels in the same way, it would capture the pieces in the same way too. But no, it captures pieces diagonally which are right beside it as shown in this figure, and then it will capture and take the opponent's piece position. Now you have learned the most of the basics of chess. Now you can also use this to lure your opponents in simple traps and also can protect your pieces with this and can also checkmate your opponent. We would see all that soon. For now we would end here. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video.